Hello and welcome, my fellow operatives. My name is Taff Taylor, and I've got my third episode of Cooking with Taff. Today I'm going to show you something simple. Might not show you the whole meal, but I'm going to show you how to cook chicken tenders on a skillet. Grill, little anything. That it's not going to be fried, it's not going to be baked, it's just going to be grilled on a skillet. My way, real simple. So the first thing you want to do is you get you about a pound of chicken. Okay, so what I'm just making some simple chicken tenders. I got these from the local meat store. All I do is I season them with salt and pepper and this Creole seasoning. This Creole seasoning is awesome. And you want to do it on both sides. Flip them over, season the same way, salt and pepper. I already got these set up. I got them laying down here on my cutting board and on some parchment paper. Now, I've been letting these sit out. Here's the key thing about cooking chicken tenders. You want to let them, or chicken for that matter, on a skillet. Leave them out at least 20 minutes to get room temperature. Don't take them directly from the icebox or the fridge and just start cooking them in the skillet. Because if you do that, then they're going to burn. You ever cook that chicken and it's always had that big char on top, or it's real dry? Well, what I'm going to show you is how to make the juiciest chicken tender you ever had. I promise you. So I got my chicken tenders seasoned up. I'm going to cook about 3 at a time. I got 6 right here, so I can do 2 batches. But this is the best way to cook it, and I promise you, if you do it exactly the way I tell you to do it, you're not going to complain, and you'll cook your chicken like this every time. At least I would hope so, unless you like dried chicken. So these have been sitting out for about 20 minutes or so. While I was cleaning and doing things I had to do, I let these sit out. Now you're probably wondering what's with the other piece of parchment paper. So I got my chicken tenders set out. They're all seasoned. They've been sitting out. What you want to do is make them flat. The reason you want to make them flat is it helps them cook a little bit quicker and a little bit more evenly. So what I do is I like to put the parchment paper on top. Now go ahead and go to your chicken tenders and just kind of press down on them a little bit. You could use a roller, you could use a cup, a bottle. I just like to use the palms of my hand. Kind of flatten them down a little bit. They're not going to be pancake thin. They're just going to be flatter than what the normal fat little chicken tender is. Like I said, you could do this with however much meat you want. This is just about a pound of chicken I got. The best place to get this chicken, by the way, is Mike's Meat Market. I'm no sponsor to them, nothing. I'm just saying I get all my meat from them right here in Muscle Shoals. They're awesome. So that's where I recommend going. Now, don't crush them. Just put a little pressure. I mean, if I wanted to, I could crush these and they'd be, it's nasty. You don't want it like that. Just kind of flatten them a little bit. They're going to be a little fat. That's normal. Put a little pressure. All right. While in the meantime, while that's been sitting, I got my pan heating up. And I got it at about medium-high heat. So mine are numbered. 1 being the lowest, 9 being the highest. I got mine between the 6 and the 7. And this is what you want to fry with. This is for frying and tasting. This is my Pompeian Extra Light Tasting Olive Oil. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's for frying and baking. This is some good stuff. All right. I got these flat down, right? You don't want to save the parchment paper unless you're going to do more. But I'm going to throw that away. Now this is very key, very important. You want to set your timer as soon as it hits the pan for 4 minutes. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Okay? So I got those nice and flat. I got my pans nice and hot. Put you a little dab of olive oil in. Just enough. Roll that around. Beautiful. Now, grab your chicken, lay it away from you. Never just slap it down. Lay it away from you. Now, here's the biggest problem people have. I just laid them down, right? Set your timer instantly to 4 minutes. Got it on 4 minutes. Don't touch them. Leave them alone. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because most people, I used to do it, I'm guilty, Most people would, as soon as you throw the chicken into the skillet, you feel that you have to mess with it. You don't have to mess with it. Here's the most that you should do. My oil's kind of leaning over here on the right. I'm just going to kind of tilt my pan. I'm letting the pan do the work. Don't touch them. Get you a pair of tongs. Now what you're doing is, while it's on that medium-high heat, it's going to be cooking for 4 minutes. So while it cooks for there, you don't have to do nothing else. You just let it go. What you're going to do is after that 4 minutes, you're going to flip it over. When we flip it over, you're going to cook it for another 4 minutes. And that's it. I'm going to take my plate and put them on. You don't need a paper towel or anything, but I'm going to put this plate to the side. Now you're probably sitting there wondering, well, Taff, what are we going to have with our chicken tonight? I was really just going to show you the chicken, but I'm going to make this quinoa. I made this quinoa the other night when I had that salmon that you saw me make. And but this is in a box. This isn't frozen. And this is rosemary and olive oil. We're going to try this today and see how it is. I might make it while this cooks, but we'll do that in just a little bit. You see, I got this. My oil's kind of going a little bit. Sometimes you can add not enough olive oil and it might burn it, but it's not going to, I promise you. That's if you're moving it around constantly. Like you're sitting in here and you're poking it, trying to move it because you think it's not cooking. Trust me, it's not going to stick. This is a non-stick skillet pan, so make sure you get one of those if you don't have one. And all I'm doing is waiting. See, we got 2 minutes down, we got 2 more minutes to go. Sometimes you can add a little extra olive oil if you feel that you need it. Got 3 more tenders for here in just a little bit, but I'm going to show you the first 3, and then I'll do the remaining 3 after. But this is basically the gist of it. Real simple to cook, real simple to make, and it's delicious. Casserole dish, combine 1 3/4 cups of water and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So to make this quinoa blend, while that cooks a little bit longer, it wants me to, oh, that's in the microwave. We want to do the stovetop. In a medium saucepan, which I got right here, I want to bring the quinoa brown rice blend and 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 3/4 cups of water to a boil. Turn heat to a medium boil and add contents of seasoning packet and mix well. Boil gently for 14 to 17 minutes or until water is absorbed, stirring occasionally. Cover, remove from heat, let stand for 5 minutes, fluff with a fork before serving. That sounds pretty simple. We might just do that. All right, look, so now we're down to about 30 seconds. Let this finish its char. And what it's doing is going to get a nice little sear on it. We don't want to char it, we're searing it. I'm going to add a tiny bit more of olive oil, just because I love the taste of olive oil. And make it a little extra juicy. If you add too much, trust me, you won't. Alright, so we're about down to the end. Now look, I haven't touched them, right? Check this out. Look at that sear. Nice golden brown texture. That's not charred, that's seared. Now, once you flip it, see my timer going on? Set your timer back to another 4 minutes. Hit start, don't touch them again. Leave them be. We got sear. You see that sear? That's a sear, not a char. Golden brown crust, delicious. Beautiful. Now, while that does that, we're going to open this bad boy up. See what we got. So here's the seasoning packet. We don't need that. We just need 1 3/4 cup of water. That's to boil the rice. Get your measuring cup. And I say that is about right. We're going to set this to a boil, so I'm going to put on about an 8. What else did it say, guys? Bring quinoa, brown rice, blend 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a 1 3/4 cup of water. Put that in there. And we're going to get ourselves about a teaspoon of olive oil. Perfect. See that chicken still cooking? Now, if you're worried about the oil burning, one thing you could do to keep the oil from burning, if you're worried about it, if you just don't like that smell, is you can add butter to it. You add a little bit of butter to it. If I can find one butter. Add you about a little cut like this of butter to it. That keeps the oil from burning, and the oil keeps the butter from burning. It's like a vice versa. Look at that. I only do this when I flip it. We've already flipped it, right? This is when I like to add my butter. You do not, this is completely optional. You do not have to add butter. But again, this is my take on grilled chicken tenders. See that? Still charred. There's one more key factor when this is done, and I'll tell you about that. Alright, so we're going to bring this to a boil. Turn heat to a medium boil. I have to bring this to a boil first. Let's put that on high. When that goes to a boil, then we're going to do a medium boil and add the seasoning to it. Mix it well and then boil gently for 14 to 17 minutes. Now I'll take a picture and show you that later. These are about done. Now, see this? See that sear? Add that to our plate. You can flip them over, lay them down however you want. Now, this is the most important part. A lot of people don't get this. I'm going to let that sit in that oil for a quick second. Look at that. I'm doing that just to get that extra juice in it. Now, here's the biggest thing people make, the biggest mistake. So I got that cooking still. Do not cut into it. Set a 5-minute timer. 5 minutes, because the juices that's inside that chicken tender are still boiling and they're still cooking on the inside, and it's going to make it juicy. What dries it out is if you cut it instantly and you let all those juices seep out, it's just going to dry up, and then you have dry chicken. You don't taste it. You let it sit for 5 minutes, those juices keep that flavor in there, and it tastes delicious. I'm just cooling this pan off with some cool water. Non-stick skillet. Lay it right back here. Pan. Or get my napkin. Wipe this pan out. Then I'm going to let it get warm again. Let it get hot. Just boil. My rice seems to be coming to a boil. So, now we want to gently boil it. Look at that. Now since it's boiling, we're going to add this seasoning packet to it. Make sure you mix it. That's what it says. You can add a little extra seasoning if you want to it. This is rosemary and olive oil in it. And of course I put my teaspoon of olive oil in it to mix. We're going to go to a gentle boil. A gentle boil is, instead of being on high, we went down to about a medium heat, medium-high heat. while my chicken's sitting right there, my pan, waiting for it to warm up. It's getting warm. When it gets warm, we're going to cook our next seasoning. I'm going to put a little more seasoning on this. This Creole seasoning is the best stuff. All you need is salt, pepper, and this. I promise you that is all that you need. This exact one. Tastes awesome. Now, pan's hot. Put your olive oil in. Remember, we're not going to add butter until we flip it. I'm showing you this one more time before this is over. Now, wait till that little smoke comes up from that olive oil. You don't want that oil to get a little hot. You always, here's the other thing people always ask me, why do you wait till the pan's hot and then put the oil in? You don't want to put your oil in when the pan's cold, because when that pan's heating up, you're cooking that oil and it's going to get hot and you're going to burn that oil before you even put your meat in it. Always heat your pan up first, then put your oil in, then put your meat in. Lay away from me. Grab it, lay away from me. Don't touch it. Lay away from me. Got my timer. Remember we put that timer on for those? And that is all that we do. Let that sit there. And this is going to take a little bit longer for the rice, and I don't want y'all to have to sit there and wait on me. But I hope that you all enjoyed this. Actually, no, I'm going to let it go a few more minutes because I want you to see the chicken when it's done. This is cooking, however. That is going to be gorgeous. Take your parchment paper that you're not using no more. Get some more seasonings. I'll throw this away. And some of you might know me that watch this, and you've eaten my food, and you know I've got a passion for this cooking. That's why I'm doing it. This is pure. This video is made purely through request. Somebody said, "Man, show how you make your chicken tenders." I said, "All right." I'm just doing this off of what you guys want me to show you. The next video you want me to show you on something to make, let me know. That salmon video I made was for my lemon. That lemon salmon, but the next one I want to do, if I do another salmon video, would be for my crispy salmon. That tastes a lot better personally to me, and I will show that in a video in the future. But what I show next, that depends on you guys. If you want me to make a certain type of cooking video, you want me to show you some of my pasta dishes, let me know down in that comment section below. Hopefully I won't do it to where the kid YouTube will make it to where it disables comments, because I did that on that first video and I apologize. So, gently boil, stirring occasionally, cover and remove from heat. So I'm going to be doing this for another 12 minutes. Stir it occasionally. Look what this rice looks like. It smells good. This is quinoa rice. This isn't your typical rice. You look up quinoa, actually really, really good. I'm going to let this sit in here about a minute and a half. But you see, I'm not touching it. I have not poked it, promed it, nothing. That oil even looks a little cleaner because I put a little bit more in there than last time. But beside the point, these are the done chicken tenders, as you can see. See that juice a little bit? That's juices. It's not bad, I promise you. That is going to taste fantastic. I know you guys are dying to know. It's been about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut this bad boy. You cut it however you want. Show you how juicy that is. You see that? See how it's wet? I hate to be rude, but that is delicious. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you can have this, I would totally give it to you. Come on by. Next time y'all want to hang out, and I'll make some for you guys. We'll see you down the road.